What's going on, guys? It's Sticks here with the Token Minorities, bringing you. You guys already
Are
know
you
what we're
really?
doing. Well, I mean,
Are you really whispering?
you told me I was just a loud white guy, so I'm trying to prove you wrong. What's up,
Are you
guys?
kidding me right now?
It's Sticks and Aura. We're back again.
No, no, you got to do your proper intro, man. You got. I like
No,
the yelling part of you.
man, I'm just
Hey
gonna.
guys, Sticks here.
You know what? I'm gonna let you do my intro for me, and I'll introduce myself as
Nah,
Aurabomb.
dude,
How's that?
I can't do it, dude. I can't do it.
You
I
can't
can't
do
do
it.
it. Hold on, hold
I
on.
think you just did
I
it.
can do it. I can do
All
it.
right, let's see it.
Hey guys, Sticks here from the Token Minorities. So all you have to do is just yell your intro. That's all I got to do.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Aurabomb. I'm like always
Hey, there we
super
go.
chill, and like my voice
It's
inflection never
true.
changes except when I'm like laughing and
Hey, you can't be mad. They call me the Morgan Freeman of the Pokemon community.
oh jeez.
Hey guys, we're back for another analysis of a set,
Well, I mean,
specifically the
we
second
already
set
had
of
a
the game.
minute of absolutely just pure wasted everything. So, you know what? You want to do the beginning or should I?
What was that saying? Say
I
that again.
I don't know. Okay, basically, okay, we're here with a new set. SM2 was released in Japan, wasn't it yesterday or something?
Yeah,
And so, yeah, we're
we
just
finally
gonna
got all the information.
we're looking over the cards. We were gonna do this earlier today, but finally, Poke Beach got its act together and got it all up. So it's like, screw it, we're gonna go ahead and do this. So, you want to take the first card or me?
I'll take the first card. I love me some good Bellsprout. Ooh, 60 HP. Ooh, Vine Whip for 2 energy, 30 damage. Powerful. I mean, nothing's terribly interesting out of Victory Bell.
I'll be
Stick and
honest.
Absorb,
I really
damage,
like
shield,
I really like Pollen Hazard. I really do. Just
20
because,
damage. Your opponent's next Pokemon is now poisoned, burned, and confused.
yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Well, I mean,
That is a lot of
it's
damage.
straight up 50 damage, and your opponent is still poisoned and confused, even if they flip out a burn. Like,
That's kind of interesting.
throw that in with the Verbank, and all of a sudden it's 70 plus all that. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe something could come from it. I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, we have Forest, so any grass type is good.
Ooh, couple that with, like, Vileplume. That'd be so, like, it wouldn't be busted.
That'd
I'm
be
saying
so-
it'd be so clunky. 2 stage
I don't
2s.
know. Dude, burn, poison, and confused. That sounds kind of wild.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like what? That's like 100. It's like 50 damage automatically.
Yep.
Then they have to retreat. So that forces a lot of retreat. Be interesting.
Yeah, with,
All
like,
right.
go ahead.
That's not really much else to talk about
Oh,
there.
no.
We have Petalil and Lilligant. What does Lilligant do? It does 10 damage to your opponent's Pokemon. And Petal Dance, flip 3 coins, attack this 40 damage times the number of heads, and the Pokemon is now confused. Alright, moving on.
Well, I mean, Lilligant, you got
Yeah.
you got the basic Spinda that does the same thing.
Pretty much. We have Galissapod here. Damage on this Pokemon is reduced by 30. I guess that's cool for stage 1. And Resolute Claw. 80 damage your Pokemon active Pokemon is with GX or EX is attack does 70 more damage. So with a Choice Band that can do 180. That knocks out some GXs. Most EXs.
Yeah, this is
That's
literally
kinda cool, I
this
guess.
is literally just the new Goldbreaker Bouffalont.
Yeah. Nothing really crazy. But I mean, it does damage. It's grass and a double colorless energy. It has pretty decent bulk. Alright, you want to cover fire?
Oh
Fire
yes.
and water.
Okay. Actually, you know what? You take Victini because I'm about to just go off on Turtonator.
Alright, well, Victini, I'm pretty happy. Victory Star is back. I know a lot of people were freaking out whenever they saw Victory Star being reprinted because nobody likes that card, but like after looking through the format, there's not really much that Victory Star can really abuse. So like it's just cool to have that for like some gimmick decks that can reflip. Especially since it's only attacks, which is really nice. V-Flame is lame, but I guess you could attack if you want to throw this in Volcanion for whatever godly reason. Anyways, go ahead and talk about Tornado.
Okay, Turtonator. Oh my. Okay, I'm so ridiculously excited for this one. This is like Umbreon GX from Sun and Moon in terms of how hyped I am for it. This thing looks like it was literally designed to be in Volcanion. Like, everything about it just tells me, like, okay, this card was, like, they took the Volcanion decks that were so successful, and they're literally like, what can we do to make this card fit perfectly in there? Because, first of all, it's a basic, meaning that Steam Up powers it up. It has a DCE attack, which, I mean, you're always going to have 2 fire energy on it just from, what was it? What's the Power Heater? There we go. So you're always going to have fire energy on it from Power Heater. Trap Shell, 20 damage, so it gets powered up by Steam Up. If this Pokemon is damaged by attacks from your opponent's next turn, place 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So with Steam Up, just like 2 Steam Ups, you're already doing 80 damage with Trap Shell. Then you're putting 8 more damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. And if you get like 3 energy on it, you can do 160. Basically, it's kind of a better Volcanic Heat. It's a Volcanic Heat with already a Steam Up in there, and then you discard 2 fire energy attached to this Pokemon. Well, guess what? You still have 1 energy, and you can just throw another fire and Trap Shell the next turn. And then, of course, Nitro Tank GX. Attach 5 fire energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. I mean, it's literally like they said, okay, what can make Volcanion
this is kind of
a little
wild.
bit better? Go ahead. Sorry, I'm
pretty much.
I'm
There's
out.
a lot of. It's alright. It's a lot of people know that on my channel I absolutely hate Volcanion. I think it's a boring, lame deck. I do like Turtonator though. I do like how it just adds so much power to Volcanion. Late game Nitro Tank is great. The only thing I don't like about it is its 3 retreat cost, meaning that you have to have a Float Stone. Like having a Fighting Fury build is really not an option on this Pokemon unless you can consistently use Olympias or Escape Ropes or switches. Other than that, it's just very.
Bursting Balloon. Bursting Balloon on this mod.
Nobody's running. Can you tell me that there's any room in Volcanion to run Bursting Balloon?
I will find room. I don't care. I am throwing Bursting Balloon in there.
Just play a straight Turtonator deck.
No. It is going to have Bursting Balloon and Fighting Fury Belt and Float Stone. I'm going to find room for all that.
No. Turtonator with max elixir and like late game after you can't attack, you just use Nitro Tank and then you just keep attacking till you win.
That's
Boom.
actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe 1 or 2 Volcanion EXs just for a Steam Up, but not 4. Like you don't need that many at that point.
Either way, I'll figure out how I'm gonna run it. But yeah, I'm super hyped about Turtonator. This is going to be the first deck that I'm going to run once this set comes out.
Cool. You can take it. I will not do it.
All right. All right. What do we got next?
All right, go ahead. You can talk about Sandshrew if you want.
Sandshrew, Defense Girl. If you flip a coin, if heads, prevent damage. That is broken, OP, and then 3 energy for 30 damage. I mean, what can I say? That's like base set damage right there. I mean, okay, Sandshrew's garbage. Sandslash, I can kind of see it somewhat. Snow Shovel reminds me of Tasting quite a bit. Actually, entirely of Tasting, except if it's active, it doesn't do anything extra. But the thing is, Tasting still found its place in a Seismitoad deck. Do I think the format is conducive to Sandslash having any place? No, but I'm just saying, like, the ability to draw a card is powerful enough that it might have a place somewhere.
Yeah, but its attack is really interesting, too, with Smash Turn. The fact that you can, like, Smash Turn yourself into, like, a Wobbuffet or something could be really nice. It's just like Umbreon EX's attack, or GX's attack.
Yeah, but you don't ever use Umbreon GX for Strafe. You use it for Shadow Bullet, and then you use Strafe if you can. Yeah,
Strafe is good early game.
I'm not putting a DCE I'm not putting a DCE and a water on my Sandslash. I'm sorry.
Fair. All right, so I actually really like Vulpix. Guidance for free. It's a nice attack. Although Ninetales, I'm not the most excited about, but I can see why people like it. Ice Blade being able to do 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. 50 is it's just 10 short. Mm-hmm. It's 10 short from being amazing. But I mean, for DC, it's not that bad. Blizzard Edge, 160 damage, and you discard 2 cards. I still rather use Lapras than that.
Yeah.
Because you can have a belt on Lapras. And Cleargate. Cleargate is cool, moving all damage counters from this Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. But like, it's still only 210 HP, which I mean is still like probably the highest amount we have for stage 1, but it's just I don't feel like it's worth it. Although it does have a really, really nice weakness to steel, meaning that not really too much can hurt it that badly right now.
This is true. Solgaleo is going to do 460 to it though.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, always got to prepare for those Solgaleos with your stage 1 210 Pokemon. Yeah, I think if we fight Metagross or Sableye, we're gonna lose. But it's cool. We have other water Pokemon. I don't
Well,
know.
the only,
Ninetales is okay, but I don't think it's worth putting in a deck right now.
no, and the only way I can see Vulpix being used is with the new Ninetales that has the what was it? Aura Veil? Is that its ability? Basically, it's the
Something like
it's
that.
a safeguard from EXs and GXs.
It's Safeguard, but for GXs, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's cool. But obviously that one's not coming out till SM3. So
yeah, lovely.
sad face there.
Let's see.
You got a
Delibird,
Delibird though.
Garbage. Glalie, maybe potentially. No, never mind. I forgot to look at the attack cost. It's garbage too. If both of its attacks were just 1 water less, I could see this being actually solid.
I mean, in doing 150 damage is not too bad, but still 3 water energy for stage 1. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we got? We have Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux. Vanillite, Vanillish are garbage. Vanillux is, well, I mean, Hail is interesting.
It's like the 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Frost Breath 80 may discard 2 water energy if you do your opponent's active Pokemon is not paralyzed. I mean, that with Aqua Patch, a couple turns of free paralysis.
Yeah.
That could be pretty nice.
If it was 1 energy, it'd be really good. But because it's 2 energy, it's meh.
Absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately. I can't really think of a way to make this work. So, moving on.
All right, we got the Heliolisk.
We have really cool art.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one.
What does it do? 20, flip a coin, has your attack is 20 more damage. Ooh, good quick attack. Raging Thunder, 120 damage, attack is 30 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. To one of your, what? It does it to your own bench Pokemon? Okay. Moving on.
The thing
Tapu
is...
Koko.
Okay, no, hold on. The thing is, with Heliolisk, like, 120 from a stage 1 for a Lightning and DCE, like, is not bad. And then especially the fact that you're using it in a Lightning deck means that you're probably running Rough Seas. So the 30 damage can be mitigated.
I guess it's okay.
Yeah, but it's just going to get knocked out anyway. Yeah.
But I also have Raikou, which could do the same thing, but not damage my own Pokemon.
This is very true. And be more bulky and a basic and all that. Yeah, you're right. Moving on.
We got Tapu Koko here. The art's cool. The card itself, I'm not too sure if I like it. It does have like the busting ability Dragonite had. Once during your turn, when you play this card from your hand onto your bench, you move any number of lightning energy cards attached to your Pokemon to this Pokemon. If you move energy, you switch this to your active. It's cool because like if you play Electrode now counts as 2 lightning energies, so you can just move it onto Tapu Koko and it'll stay attached. Skyclaw for 130. The only thing I could really see this for is like a late game attack. If you want to play this in Raikou Electrode or something like that, you just put it down late game to have a high HP Pokemon that can hit for 130. Tapu Thunder, 50 damage times the number of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. That could, once again, late game attacker. If you want to blow up your opponent's field, depending on what deck your opponent's playing, you can just do that for the win. But other than that, I don't see anybody building around this Pokemon because 130 is just not enough, especially since it's a lightning, 2 lightnings and a colors instead of a lightning and a double colors. Although the fact that all these Tapus have no weaknesses is spectacular, and it's not worth it in my opinion. But it has a free retreat, so there's that.
See, the thing is,
no, it doesn't. Never mind.
I was about to say, what are you looking at? The thing is, I could see it being like a one of in a lightning deck. Like throw a one of into Raikou, just be like, okay, late game, my opponent has 1 prize left. I have a Raikou that's damaged. Let's play down Tapu Koko, and then just because 130 pretty much 2-shot. Well, it does 2-shot everything minus like Wailord with Fighting Fury Belt. So I mean, it has use.
And Wishy-Washy.
Okay, shut up.
There's 2 of them now.
It has use. Is it gonna be a deck built around it? No, but I still think it will see some play in lightning-based decks.
To me, it reminds me of a trap card for game. You just throw it down whenever you're kind of stuck, and then boom, you're active. You do damage because you moved all the energy onto you, and you win. That's what I see it for.
Yeah, it's like you're going all out.
It's just nice.
Yeah, you're going all out right at the end of the game.
Get your 1-0s and be satisfied in the binder.
Exactly.
All right, you want to talk about the psychics?
Okay, so Slowbro actually has me kind of intrigued. Like, I'm not gonna lie. okay, don't get me wrong. I still think it's hot, steaming garbage. But it actually is kind of interesting because Amnesia, of course,
Amnesia
always...
is really cool.
Yeah, it's always an annoying attack because you can just be like, oh, hey, I'm going to take the attack that you actually can use, and you're not allowed to use it. So, I mean, it has some, like, potential playability, especially for free in a Dimension Valley deck. Heck, you could probably run, like, just complete disruption like, around it.
What's really cool about it is the energy disruption decks, the mill decks that play Slowking, you can put in a 1-of Slowbro and attack with Amnesia.
Exactly.
Which should be really, really useful. So, like, I can see Slowbro definitely being in decks like that where there's a bunch of energy disruption and you're just trying to mill out your opponent, so you just disrupt them with Amnesia. It's just another form of disruption, which I think is always useful. And coming from a basic Pokemon that's already being played in decks like that for another Pokemon, it's pretty handy.
Yeah, and then Endeavor, 50 damage. If this Pokemon is poisoned or burned, this attack does 80 more damage. I mean, the instinctive pairing is with Ariados for that. If it were 3 colorless, I could see that maybe I could potentially build a deck around it, because then just with Dimension Valley, you're able to... Actually, no, you'd be running for... Never mind, this is hot steaming garbage, like I said. Forget anything I said.
You know what always bothers me is whenever Pokemon like use the name of an attack in game and completely butcher the way it should work. Like Endeavor right now is literally Facade.
Yes, I was about to say
literally
it should be Facade. Hopefully, like, it's just a translation error. I'm
hoping so too. Anyways, what's Gothita tell you?
Gothita, Gothorita. Never mind. Psybeam. I thought Psybeam was the 1 energy attack. Never mind. But Tractor Beam basically just pulls something off your opponent's bench and then hit it for 30. Like pseudo Lysander hit for 30. Not bad. Link Blast. For 1 Psychic, if this Pokemon in your opponent's active have the same amount of energy, it does 130, which, I mean, to be fair, okay, I said 1 Psychic, but I meant like a Psychic plus a Dimension Valley. So, I mean, like, that would be kind of cool, just like early on, if you can get a Gothitelle up quickly, combine it with like Slowking potentially to move energy and make energy, like, and balance out the energy. You can just continually hit for 130 for 1. So, I mean, that's like kind of cool. Actually, you know what? I could see a Gothitelle, like a Slowking plus Slowbro deck.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing too. Something like that where they can move around energy and stuff like that. That can be taken advantage of.
Hold on, let me write that down really quick.
It is still a stage 2.
Oh, I mean, it's still going to be hot. Again, it's going to be hot steaming garbage. But
yeah.
All right.
But let's talk about Machoke real quick.
Oh my gosh.
So like when I saw this card, I was like, it's whatever. Like, people are gonna play this if they feel like they lose to Greninja or Decidueye, especially right now whenever we got 2 removal. So Greninja's probably gonna come back up a bit. But when I saw this, I was like, hello, Vespiquen's gonna love this card, because Vespiquen already hates Decidueye, and it's just more Pokemon for them to use. So Machoke's really cool for that, preventing all damage and placement of damage counters from your opponent's attack and abilities to your bench Pokemon, completely turning off Decidueye and Greninja. So it's pretty handy, I guess.
Wait, am I crazy, or was
whatever decks don't like that is really...
Was there like an Archie's Night March deck
that
was run for, or not Archie's? There was a Maxie's Night March deck I remember that was run for a while. It had Gallade and it was Night March.
So. You could Archie this out.
Maxie's.
And Night March.
And
actually, what's really cool right now is Archie and Maxie, I guess, are really cool because you have Tapu Lele, which makes them a little bit more playable even in Standard.
Yeah, it does. So, I mean,
that's really interesting.
I could kind of see Machoke potentially being in like a 1-of in like Vespiquen or something like that, but just Machoke, and it would be a Maxie's target.
Yeah.
Machamp, meh.
But it's also Vespiquen. Like Vespiquen wouldn't mind playing the Machop either. It's because it's Vespiquen they want Pokemon. Yeah. And then they have Machamp. Machamp's, I guess, something. It's a fighting type, so it's already going to be good because of strong energy. 150 damage, but it does 30 damage to itself, which is kind of annoying for submissions. That'll score 20 plus damage, does 80 more damage for each prize card your opponents took during their last turn. Uh, that's weird, but I guess you could do 108, 180. I guess if they're playing Articuno, you could even do more potentially for that one turn. That's
Yeah.
odd.
I mean, this seems like a card that's like that it only works with the prize trade. Like that's what it's meant to do. Is it's meant to make
Yeah,
a prize trade beneficial for you.
yeah. What else we got here?
Nose pass garbage, Whiskash garbage.
Dude,
With
they can ram. They can ram with that big nose though. Look at that nose. That nose game.
my gosh.
Anyways, Whiscash is cool. Are you kidding me? Whiscash is just like Typhlosion.
Yeah, but it's a top 3 cards.
Yeah, but like it's 100 damage. I'm saying you just bump the deck up with like 4 energy retrievals, 4 super rods.
Oh yeah, and
You
it's
just
not like
landslide
you
in
need
return
not
for a
like you
whole
need
whopping
4 energy,
4
on it
energy.
either.
A whopping 4 energy, dude. You got this.
I will never get that deck set up ever. Like that will just not happen.
But whenever it does happen, it's gonna happen at a tournament, and you're gonna get blown away by it.
Well, you know what's gonna happen
What's gonna happen?
is I'm gonna get Whiskash set up. I'm going to have it ready to blow my opponent away. The top 3 cards of my deck are going to be Whiskash, 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 Whiskash. All 3 of my other Whiskashes.
All your remaining wish catches, and you use all your super rods already.
Yep. Actually, no. It'll be all my.
Oh.
It'll be all 3 of my super rods or something like that. Just 0 energy. Just all good stuff.
No, you play. No. What's really cool? Actually, I just thought about this. What's really cool? You play Mallow. You put 2 energies in the top, and you're doing 200 damage.
Oh, that actually wouldn't be a bad combination with Whiskash.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh.
See, ideas. You play your 1 DCE, your 1 fighting energy.
No,
You still have 3 energy attachment, but
I'm letting you
got
have
this.
this
You got
one.
Mallow.
I'm letting you have
Oh.
this one. You can have Whiskash all you want.
I'll give it the Gigalith treatment. I'll throw in Togekiss in there just to attach energies, and then I'll play Mallow. All right, moving on. We have a Probopass.
I'm not even looking at that. No.
Oh,
No.
look at that schlong. I mean, nose.
What?
The schnoz.
Oh
The
my-
schnoz.
What did, I'm just gonna ignore everything you just said. That was
Moving on. Clefairy.
Clefairy and
It's
Clefable.
called a bitch slap.
Wait, what?
Clefairy.
I did not see that at all. Wow.
Hey, good
Okay.
job. Good job. What is this guy's name again? Water Pokemon Master? I forget his Twitter handle.
I don't even know, but wow.
Oh,
okay.
God, I forgot. Oh, that's awesome. Anyways, that made my night.
This is supposed to be kid friendly. What the heck?
Just cover it with the Pokemon until you scroll down. There you go. See, they can't see it. Clefable's blocking it.
Yep. I did that too, and I'm covering up. Yeah, and then Comfy.
Comfy's
eh.
cool.
It's like a one of in
just-
Fairy
it's
Dex as like a basically Magearna, I guess. Or no, Virizion. There we go. It's the Virizion EX.
Yeah, one. I can see that being played in Gardevoir.
Yeah,
Mega
definitely. Drampa.
Which I'm really excited. By the
Wait,
way, Mega
what?
Guardian's gonna be better
Really? Why?
now that we have tool removal.
Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you're gonna replace the Spirit Link with the Choice Band, which is all she needed. It's all she needed was a Choice Band.
They can be he's too,
Anyways,
which is
moving on.
very unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh God, I feel so bad for Como.
Yeah.
But are we still talking about Drampa? I don't remember what Drampa does. Search your deck
Eh.
for basic energy card attached to this Pokemon. Yeah. Move an energy from one of your. Okay, moving on.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
meh.
I feel so bad for Como. Like Como should have just been a basic. They should have just broke the rules and printed Como as an EX.
Yeah. I mean,
Because like Shred is cool, right? Because we've been looking for a stronger Shred attack, one that does 130, which is like 2 shots everything. That's really nice, but it's just not worth the stage 2, the 4 energies, and the ridiculousness. It's not even 250 HP. It's 10 short.
yeah. I mean, they made Como mediocre in the TCG and the video game, which is something I actually thought that they would have trouble doing. Like, I thought that they would have trouble making a fighting dragon Pokemon disappointing,
It's okay.
but they did it.
It's okay. It's okay, Sticks. No, never the next gen or the second part of the Sun and Moon comes out. We're gonna get Como with Drain Punch. It's gonna happen, and then it's gonna be so much better.
It's just no.
Because that's all
No.
Como is missing, right? It's just missing. It's just missing a good fighting type move.
Give it close combat. You know, the thing that makes sense.
Yes.
Wait, does it get
Yeah, but
close
it's
combat?
fat. Drain Punch works. No, it doesn't. It gets Sky Uppercut
That's what I
and
thought.
Focus
Okay.
Blast.
No.
It's
Moving
so
on.
garbage.
Before I keep getting triggered, I'm done.
Keep getting triggered. Oh, we got Chansey
Okay,
and Blissey.
the way... Okay, hold on. I'm just going back really quick. The way Como triggers me is the same way I get triggered when somebody throws a random Crushing Hammer in a deck that it does not belong in. Just saying.
Look at the way it's going for Sky Uppercut in the card, too, just to taunt you.
Yeah.
Have we ever had a Blissey that hasn't had double edge as an attack?
No, because for whatever reason,
I feel like
guess
that's the
they
only attack
love
I ever seen.
Blissey hitting itself. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The art's cool, though. I like the art.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyways, moving on.
Dude, just throw a protection cube on it. That's all you need.
Yeah, obviously that 160 damage. That's actually a lot of damage that Blissey can do. That's actually kind of wild, but still 4 energies.
Yeah.
But that choice banded Blissey decks. Let's get it.
God.
Okay.
Moving on. Swellow. Okay, let me talk.
Slow
Let me
dive,
talk.
40
Let me
damage.
talk. Let me talk. Swellow plus
for it.
Fliptini. Boom. There. Done. Because you hit for... Well,
Point
plus
of
a,
attention.
plus a choice band.
Oh. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, because you hit for 50 first turn with agility. Then you hit
Yeah,
for 150 next turn with Swallow Dive. Boom. Done. There. Easy.
Whoa. All right, we're building that deck. That's going to be one of the first decks I build. Thank you, Sticks.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm definitely using that too. That's gonna be my budget deck. Oh,
That's
you're
going to be really fun.
dude. This is exactly what I'm gonna use against you in our budget match.
Hey, dude, can we have the Swellow mirror?
Okay, you know
Whoever
exactly
gets
what
the-
it's gonna come down to. It's gonna be me flipping 0 for 10 on heads on
Oh, you
on heads.
had one video where you were really unlucky. Calm down. I had like 2.
Did I ever send you the screenshot I took of me playing a mirror match?
The screenshot? What about it?
Well, I have a screenshot of me playing a Darkrai Sableye Legacy mirror match. There were exactly 15 heads and 15 tails flipped. My opponent flipped 10 heads. And
Oh,
4
you did
tails.
tell me about
Yep.
this.
I flipped 5 heads and 11 tails.
I remember that. That was wild.
I'm still salty.
It's
But yeah,
okay.
Swellow is going to be
You can
my
have-
budget deck. It's gonna work. I'm convinced.
You're gonna have your comeback. I mean, dude, it's all gonna be good. Plus, I mean, you only have 25% chance to fail your agility, right?
Oh, 25% of the time it fails every time for me. Just don't worry about it.
That's fair. Komala! Certain sleep. This Pokemon is your active Pokemon. When you attach energy from your hand to this Pokemon, it is now asleep. Hypno Roll. That doesn't really mean much.
No.
Because being asleep doesn't prevent you from being other status.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The Snorlax
like
is
the-
much better. The Snorlax that hits
Yeah.
for rollover for 120 when asleep is much better. Energy
All right,
Lotto.
so Energy Lotto. Energy Lotto is another card. It's another card that's going to help out Vespiquen.
It's literally just... I don't know.
It's cool. I think it's cool for decks that don't play basics. Like, if you play exclusively special energy cards, it's just a nice way to guarantee them into your hand.
Okay, that's true.
That game. So, double dragon decks, double colorless decks. That's why it's going to be nice for Vespiquen. Decidueye Tauros, things like that. Things that need that DCE right away. If you whiff it off your Sycamores, you just play Energy Lotto. It gives you more of a chance to get them.
Still don't think it'll be played that much, but I mean, I can see it has some potential. But Leaf Blower, finally, we have some tool removal. Finally.
Oh, Field Blower. It's such a good one, too.
Field Blower, my
it's
bad.
Just, oh, God, Field Blower is going to be so cool. The fact that you can get rid of your own Spirit Links just makes me happy. The only thing that sucks right now, which is not really that big of a deal, is that Greninja is going to probably come up for a bit, but I still think Greninja doesn't have that good of a matchup in our current meta, seeing how fat everything is.
All I'm saying is my
it's
Turtonator
cool.
better not face any Greninjas, otherwise I just quit.
I mean, choose any combination of Pokemon tools and stadium cards. Another thing I really like about Field Blower is that now most of the time you don't really have a reason to play Delinquent unless you're
Yes.
going for the
Yeah.
Disrupt route,
Yep.
which is just a nice thing to do, nice thing to have to save supporter space.
Yeah. Let's see.
Getting rid of belts is going to be nice for decks like Decidueye, Ninja. Getting rid of float stones for ability focused decks is going to be really nice. EXP shares is going to be a nice way to kind of nerf speed Darkrai for a bit, since almost every deck is going to be for sure playing Field Blower. There's a couple of ideas out there.
Let's see. We got Hala. Hala, I'm torn on. I think in most decks it's going to be useless. However, in some decks where you use your GX attack very, very early, like in Solgaleo, for instance, I think it could actually be pretty decent.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, some decks are going to like it. Some decks, I mean, most decks are only going to be playing it as a one of. But, I don't know. There's very few decks that are going to absolutely love this card. But Shuffle Draw is just a nice, comfortable Shuffle Draw card is something that we've needed for a bit. So that's really nice.
Well, I was hoping the Oak from Evolutions would be a reprint of Pont.
Yeah.
But, meh.
For shame.
All right, let's
so
see.
This card is... Oh, Aether Paradise. Never mind. It's not the other one I was thinking of.
No, the other card is Bork. That card, the other card is Bork. But, I mean, Aether Paradise is meh. I mean, you're going to be running Forested Giant Plants in Grass decks. You're going to be running Rough Seas in Lightning decks. So...
It sucks that it's just Grass and Lightning, and it's only basic Grass and Lightning too. So decks like, because I was thinking about, decks like Lurantis would really like this after rotation, because Lurantis heals itself, but it's only basic. So Lurantis, Decidueye, they're not going to care. Especially since, like, we got to think about that we're losing all of those amazing cards in a little bit less than 6 months. So I can't think of any deck that would like this. Maybe Raikou Electrode with Tapu Koko would like this card. But that's literally the only thing I can think of. Maybe Bulu decks that might come up.
Yeah.
There's that. Now we got our pretty full arts.
Okay, let me talk about the Ninetales full art, or the Ninetales hyper rare. Sorry, that thing is scary.
Hyper rare?
Because literally, it's like all the regular hyper rare except for the red eyes. Just the red eyes. That is terrifying. That is.
But I like it so much because, like, it's white. It's the proper
awesome.
color.
It's awesome, but it's terrifying. Like, I'm gonna see that.
Right.
I'm gonna see that in my nightmares.
You're gonna open your binder one day in the middle of the night, and then, like, the red guy's eyes are gonna be glowing at you. The Hollow full art looks amazing, though.
Yeah.
Oh my! I love this Hollow. It looks like it's supposed to be played in a deck that you really want to play, Turtonator. That's gonna be a nice one of if you play Turtonator.
Yeah.
Because you're usually playing that relatively early. The Turtonator hyper is nice. I mean, the hyper are cool. They're the same thing, different date. But dude, they just had to print a secret rare of Field Blower. they knew how much we wanted this card, so just like might as well give them a secret rare golden freaking wind blower.
That actually makes me really, really happy. But then the card that you predicted.
Oh god, yeah. I told you all, guys. One of the next secret rares we're gonna be getting is gonna be more stuff from Black and White, and lo and behold, we got Max Potion. I'm pretty sure I said word for word that Max Potion's coming next, and I'm very happy that we got Max Potion because I actually needed.
Okay, what happened with this was as soon as secret rare Max Potion was announced, all of a sudden I just get a message from Aura on Discord in all caps, like, "Oh my god, full art Max Potion! I told you!" Just so, like going off.
Dude, I got hyped, man, because like I was specifically refraining from buying the Black and White golden ones, because I knew they were gonna print this, and then they did, and I was very happy.
And then you got the.
Also, we have Electric Energy.
Okay, I'm just gonna say the only energy that I'm getting the full set of secret rares of is Metal. I'm not bothering with the rest because I have the Heart Gold, Soul Silver energy, which still have the cool effect of when you look at them, but they also don't break the bank.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get them. I kind of want to get like 8 of each in general. I mean, I'm having a really bad time with the metals and psychics. I think I have 3 of each right now.
I have 11 metals, but no psychic because I didn't bother with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's any electric decks that I like enough to even warrant me getting these. But maybe something interesting will happen. But I don't know. But anyways, that was the first set. You want to talk about Trevenant? Because I know that you're pretty hyped about it. You PM'd me about it.
So, Trevenant, this is going to be a big, big problem. First of all, Phantump being a grass in itself causes a ton of problems. Okay, let me just point out that the artwork is kind of good. Because now, all of a sudden, in Expanded, you don't need to Wally turn 1. You just need to Forest of Giant Plants, and now you get that turn 1 item lock with the XY Trevenant. That is
I didn't even
terrifying.
think about that.
Yeah. Don't need a Wally. Well, you literally just need a Forest, which is pretty easy to get because of computer search and also being able to play 4 Forest and still have your supporter for the turn and all that. So, Trevenant expanded item lock's just going to get so much better, like scarily better. Like the Psychic Trevenant, I think, is just going to be gone. Admittedly, losing Dimension Valley will help a lot. Will help out. But I don't know. I think the fact that the turn 1 item lock combination with Forest of Giant Plants will overshadow what Dimension Valley does for the deck. But that's just my opinion.
I kind of agree. Because, like, all you need to do... Because you only need to play the Forest turn 1, which is relatively easy enough to do. After that, you can even switch to Dimension Valley if you want to. If that's a thing that you want to do with your deck. I don't know. That's kind of problematic. I'm not a fan of that.
Well, and what's funny is the Trevenant functions incredibly under item lock, and one deck that I'm curious to see is Trevenant Vileplume in Standard.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not too sure how it's gonna work, but I mean, there's a lot of potential behind it, right? They attack those 30 damage for each item card they have in their hand. That's a lot of damage for a DCE.
Well, I mean, it's literally going to be like Vespiquen Vileplume. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
You want to take
so I don't like it. I don't like that it got printed. Moving on. Litwick is a candle. Lampet is a lamp. Chandelure. Once during your turn, you may move 1 damage counter from either player's Pokemon to another Pokemon, yours or your opponent. So I guess if you stack up 4 of them, you can move 4 damage counters. It's not crazy. For 1 Fire Energy, though, Super Singe, 50 damage, and the burn, that's pretty nice. I think the card overall is solid, but not solid enough.
Yeah, I agree
completely. For being what it is. Yeah. We also have Salandit, which is always adorable. It's an adorable little lizard. Then we have Salazzle, which is another interesting card. When it's during your turn, when you play this card from your hand to evolve 1 of your Pokemon, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burnt, poisoned, and burned. Then has Flamethrower, Fire, and double colors, 90 damage, discard 1 energy attached to this Pokemon. Overall, just another one of those cards. Like, maybe somebody will figure out a really cool way to abuse its ability, but for now, I don't see it. Yeah, Poison Burn, you're doing like 30 damage between turns. You're at least guaranteeing 30 damage when you evolve. So I don't know. Maybe somebody would like that. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to add for that.
Yeah, you want to cover the waters?
Let's see. Tentacruel, garbage. Wailord, even. Wow.
Oh no, this is Fliptini, right? This is just more Fliptini.
Yeah,
for Tentacruel.
But I don't know.
Paralyzed.
Like, I need more damage off of that. I need that to be 50 and 50 as opposed to 40 and 40, or even 60 and 60.
You got that choice band. Right? Doing 70. Choice band Manaphy, switching between Tentacruels.
Yes, for sure.
Anyways,
Wailord
looks pretty happy.
I mean, it looks happy, but it wouldn't be happy if you knew how awful.
It's 200 HP. Oh my god. We have a stage 1 with 200 HP.
Why are all the waters so bad in this set?
Oh man, this set overall is not horribly exciting. We have like a handful of GXs that are really good. I don't know.
Yeah, Alomomola, bad. Wishy-Washy GX, both are horrible.
I don't get Wishy-Washy. Like, why do they give it this ability? Like, the schooling ability, you can switch it with your Wishy-Washy GX in hand. I don't see how that's useful.
They needed to reword it to say in deck.
Yeah, if it was in deck, that would be cool, but it's the fact that it says in hand. I can't see a single way that this Wishy-Washy is even useful whatsoever.
Yeah, no, same.
It's so weird. Wishy-Washy GX, 210 Pokemon. It's fat. It's the new Wailord whenever Wailord gets rotated, but weaker.
Oh,
As
by
far as
the
HP
way,
goes, it's Blue Surge.
Fighting Fury belted Wishy-Wash GX is still 2-hit KO'd by Tapu Koko. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Micro Burst, 120 damage. Discard a special energy card. Lame. Blue Surge, 220 damage. Move all energy attached to this Pokemon. Your bench Pokemon. It's lame. It's just like it's cool. Like you can, if you play this in Lapras, you can just spread the damage around. But why would you even bother? It seems like a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I'm just moving on from the waters. I have absolutely nothing in store with them.
yeah.
Uh, let's see. Alolan Golem could be pretty cool with Fliptini.
80 damage to Pokemon for each lightning energy attached to this Pokemon. Oh, that could be really nice. The attack cost is really nice too.
Yeah.
But you also have to use lightning energy only. So, I mean, Electrode Golem, that could be a little gimmick for another budget deck.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And then Heavy Bomber is really cool too. Um, that's just like one of those guaranteed knockouts, depending on the deck that you're playing against. So yeah, I think Golem's solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Well, compared to everything else, it's actually really good.
Yeah, no joke. I hope this is the one they give a promo to during pre-release.
Yeah. All right, more
The art's so cool too. He's just exploding. Oh, isn't Garbodor good? I know that people were like saying something. Or Travelanche. This attack does 20 damage. Yes. The number of item cards in your opponent's discard pile. In their discard pile? That could be really cool late game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's really cool actually. So they had to print the tour. Somebody really likes Garbodor in the Pokemon headquarters. Whoever makes these cards, because they had to print tour removal just to add a really cool playable Garbodor on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. So I can see that being played in some decks.
Well, exactly.
Oh, mill decks would love this.
Well, 4/4 of Garbodor and Trubbish. With the ability lock Garbodor, and then like one of these or two of these.
That would be wild. I'm just trying to think of like all the mill decks. Like offensive mill is gonna make a comeback again.
I hate mill.
You and all of the comment section.
Honestly, like that's such a skill-less deck. It really is. Sorry, I'm not gonna rant about that right now.
All right. Mimikyu. If your opponent used an attack during his or her last turn, use that attack as this attack. I wish that was a single energy, because that would be really cool to just like, or like at least a DCE. It'd be cool to plop down, attach an energy, and then attack your opponent that way, like as a surprise factor. That'd be really cool. Now you have to rely on cards like Energy Switch or Max Elixir, but it's going to be really cool in Lunala decks, since you can just move the psychic energies to them and just surprise your opponent if they do anything crazy. So this is definitely going to be like a one-of in a lot of Lunala decks.
Well, I could see this also being used in expanded Trevenant, just because one big strategy that people use against Trevenant is just build up one huge thing and then run through all that Trevenant has. Well, Mimikyu can just be like, oh, hey, gotcha. Oh my gosh, wow, okay, there's the yawn, and by the way, we're on to Dhelmise, so, I mean,
Oh, hello. Dhelmise is cool. Its ability means that your metal Pokemon do 10 extra damage, so it's kind of nice for decks like Scizor, Solgaleo, the Metagross GX, which we'll cover later. Having this on Solgaleo is nice because you're gonna hit that 20 damage, but like you don't really need it anymore since you have Choice Band. But this with Metagross is really nice. Metagross's attack is fairly low, but it's easy to stack up. Plus the art's really cool, and Dhelmise is just a cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
And his attack is Anchor Shot. You can't retreat. I guess that's interesting. Also, it's not a metal Pokemon, but it increases metal damage, which is another weird thing. But yeah, we can move on from that. I just want to point that one out.
Okay, Dhelmise is cool, but this card is the single reason why this set is probably going to be worth anything, and that is freaking Tapu Lele being broken right just like it is in the video game and everything. So yeah,
joke.
It's broke.
Yeah. Did you know that the hyper rare for this card in Japanese is $130 right now?
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and talk about it. Go
I
ahead and
mean,
talk about
it's
six.
first of all, okay. So I'm just gonna go down the card one by one. I'm gonna start with the worst thing and then go to the best thing. First of all, Tapu Cure. For 1 Psychic, restore all HP to 2 of your bench Pokemon. Okay, I mean that's like mediocre.
That's
It's
the
not.
worst thing.
Yeah, that's like okay and can be useful in some situations. All right, the second best thing, Energy Drive.
It's retreat cost of 1.
Okay, energy retreat cost of 1. All right, now we have the weakness and resistance, both none. Fantastic. That is beautiful to
Amazing.
see. Like any Pokemon would take no weakness for no resistance. Like any Pokemon would trade that. Energy Drive. For a DCE, this is literally X-Ball, except it can't hit for weakness, so you won't have like Lele Wars like you did with Mewtwo Wars back in the day. I mean, I think that is exactly why they made this. Well, actually, I mean, it doesn't have any weakness, so never mind. But either way, Energy Drive is X-Ball, or Arrow Ball, or whatever you want to call it. Does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon, not affected by weakness or resistance. That's just really, really cool. Prevents your opponent from stacking up, and also you can combine it with Lunala and just move a bunch of energy onto Lele, hit things hard, etc., etc. And finally,
So nice.
Wonder Touch. Once during your turn, when you play this card from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Stellar Guidance.
But Sticks, isn't that just like the Jirachi from Expanded?
Yes, except this one isn't garbage. I mean, Jirachi... I mean, okay, if you look at Jirachi, it is 90 HP EX with no other redeeming qualities other than Stellar Guidance, yet it finds its way into many of the top-tier expanded decks. Tapu Lele has that ability, but is also 170 HP, which, okay, admittedly that's like lower end of basics, but still, 170, very bulky, with a colorless attack cost, so it can be thrown into any deck at all. And it can just be like okay, deter your opponent from racking up a bunch of energy on one thing. Guys, if you get a hold of one of these cards, hold on to it, because yes, the hype will increase values of a lot of cards. However, I believe that this card will actually increase in value even once the hype dies down and people start to realize how good this card is. I think this card will be the Shaman of Roaring Skies. Or the Shaman of
this
SM2.
this card will always be increasing. It's gonna die down slowly. Like obviously, if you do want to sell it during pre-release time, whenever it's not even out yet.
Of course.
But but like other than that, always keep these in the back because they're always gonna be high in value. This is ridiculous. It makes so many. It completely changes the way people build decks now. It's not gonna be completely focused on having consistency nonstop. People can afford to play tech supporters like Ranger, Hex, Delinquent, things like that. People can afford to play those decks now because you can literally just drop a Lele and pick up that supporter. It also makes consistency a lot stronger, especially right now when you can just Ultra Ball literally for a Sycamore now. It's just somebody took Lugia, somebody took Jirachi, and they made a baby, and Tapu Lele came out, and it's ridiculous. It's so good.
That's unreal.
I'm so happy. Can you imagine though? Because like they pretty much doubled Jirachi EX's HP and made it a card. What do you think they're gonna do if they ever make a Shaman model of a GX card?
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Is that thing gonna have like? Oh, that thing is gonna be broken. Oh my god. Anyways, let's talk about these fighting types. I guess we have Gligar and Gliscor. Guillotine for 90.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Finishing Needle.
Yeah. Can I talk about this
If
one?
the opponent active Pokemon has... Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I actually can see... I mean, I have a ton of budget deck ideas about this set, which kind of tells you that this set is garbage if the most deck ideas I get are all budget decks, because that means they're not good, they just don't have any EXs. But I think a Gliscor Spinda deck could be something, because Finishing Needle, you can throw a strong energy onto it, and then you're all of a sudden hitting for 90 for 1 energy after Spinda puts 10 damage on everything. So I can see a little bit of like a mix and match there, or maybe even with like Magma Secret Base. Although, admittedly, that will hinder the longevity of your Pokemon as well. But, I mean, let's be real. This deck isn't going to be particularly good, so you might just have to be like, you know what? Screw it. 20 damage, that's fine. So, I mean...
We are getting a Tapu Koko promo that, for a DCE, does 20 damage to everybody on your opponent's side of the field.
Yeah. But, I mean, I still think Spinda would be a little better because of, it's just a single energy, and you can play a regular fighting onto it. But
yeah, I just thought those.
Yeah, it's not good, but... All right,
I think that's really interesting, actually, because you can combine that with Choice Band, Regirock, Kukui. You can really rack up damage with this.
This is true.
So, like, and fighting is just... It's always a good type. Being weak to Psychic doesn't matter. The only thing that matters against is Mewtwo, and Mewtwo's already going to be OHKOing you. Same with Lunala and stuff like that. Like, the weakness doesn't matter at all. This damage stacking is so easy in this format.
Wait. What type of sense does Gliscor being weak to Psychic make?
It does. It's TCG sense, man. It's the same sense that Endeavor is Facade.
But okay, you have Rockruff, literally just a couple things down, that's weak to grass.
Yeah.
And then Zygarde's also weak to grass. Like, what sense does Gliscor being weak to Psychic?
Which also doesn't make any sense.
No. That's just a... That's just an error they have on there. Never mind. Gliscor is weak to grass if you zoom in on the card. Okay. All right, we good. Oh, and then Gligar kind of helps out with that a little bit, by the way. Does 10 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. That helps a little bit.
We have a Rockruff, which is like... I don't think this is any better than the promo Rockruff we have right now.
No, but I mean, at least we have a Rockruff that's not a promo.
But look at how cute the art is. Look at the little puppers. Anyways,
oh my gosh.
I love Lycanroc. I love Lycanroc, dude. I'm so happy. This is going to be really cool, especially when we lose Lysander. This deck's going to pick up a lot of pace. But if you guys don't know, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. It's essentially a Lysander for an evolution. You have 2 options of Lycanrocs, including the promo Lycanroc, which is good for disruption. And it has a strong attack, Claw Swipe. With a little bit of boost in attack, you can hit a lot of things for weakness. You have strong energies. You have evolution that you can abuse to 2-hit KO or OHKO a lot of things. Then Death Rogue is just Mind Jack on steroids. 50 damage times the number of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Just one of those free knockouts once again. It's a lot of damage.
Imagine this against, like... Okay, picture this situation. 4 strong energy on Lycanroc, a Choice Band, 4 Regirock, against a Mega Rayquaza deck, Skyfield, 8 bench Pokemon, Jolteon active.
Okay, let's think about it. All right, 20, 40, 60, you're doing 80 extra damage, 30, which is 110 extra damage, just from Choice Band and the strong energies. You have another 4. It's 150 extra damage if you count the Regirocks. If they have a full bench, 8, 16, 24, 32, it's 400 damage if they have a full bench if you're using Emerald GX, on top of the 150, so you're doing 550 damage, and then if you're attacking for weakness...
let me add one more thing. Allergy Panic Vileplume that changes weakness from 2 times to 4 times.
So 2,400 damage.
Yeah. Is it 2,400 or 2,200?
It's 2,400 because you're doing 1,200 without the allergy Vileplume.
Because you have 550.
Oh, 1,100. Yeah, you're right.
So 2,200. Okay. Yeah, that's like 2 daily challenges at once.
Cool. You might as well win 3 games in a row when you do that much damage.
But actually, if any of you do that, please screenshot that and send that to us. Oh my gosh. That'd be amazing. I want to see that happen.
Oh my god.
Actually, you know what? You and I might just do that, just to set that up.
Yeah, we should.
Anyway, moving on.
We have Minior. 20 damage attacks infected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects of your opponent's Pokemon. Cool. It's only doing 20 damage though, so it doesn't matter. Cosmoplosion. 190 damage. This Pokemon is now knocked out.
See,
I wish the attack cost was different. Because that could be a really cool attack. But unfortunately, it's 3 fighting energies. But you can Ninja Boy into it.
well, what I don't like is that it says this Pokemon is now knocked out as opposed to this Pokemon does X amount of damage to itself, because then you could like pair it with Protection Cube or something like that. But I mean, I think they were specific with their wording for a reason.
I think that's cool though. Like you play this something like Zygarde, and you want to get like you want to make the price change more in your favor. Mm-hmm. You Ninja Boy the Zygarde into into Minior and just explode.
Yeah, I agree. So I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
I think it'd be fun.
Let's see.
I mean, think of how that would be the hypest thing you'd ever see at like a tournament.
Oh, by the way, you were talking about the promo Tapu Koko, right?
Yeah.
Combine that with Honchkrow. And then tell me what you think.
What's Honchkrow? Does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. This deck does 10 damage plus 10 more damage times the number of damage counters in all of your opponent's Pokemon in play. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and look what it functions on. Exactly.
Oh my, that's kind of really rad.
I'm thinking budget deck, another budget deck.
Another budget deck idea. That's really interesting, actually. Unfortunately, for some reason, I was thinking Psychic Aegislash and just doubled people's damage on them. Yeah. But this is just an attack to the active. Yeah. But that's still really cool. Like, all right, cool. There's not much else. Oh, you want to talk about Sableye?
Sableye. No, I do not want to. No.
Okay, so Pokemon's favorite things, dark types, and Garbodor.
Yeah,
Pokemon
but actually,
really likes those two things, and they really like Sableye. Limitation: your opponent can't play any supporter cards from their hand during their next turn for a single dark energy. If you guys don't know what that means, big deck idea running around in the community is Vileplume Decidueye with Sableye. Because they can't play items, and they can't play supporters, and you get damage on the field all at once. So if you want to be that guy, I commend you.
No, I do not.
Winning Worlds.
I do not commend you. In fact, I think you should be banned from all TCG related things forever. Like I felt bad enough.
It's so stupid. Yeah. Why would they print this? Yeah. At least print it after rotation, right?
Yes.
Like,
to where it can't be combined with Vileplume.
Yeah, like you could have waited. That would have been a cool card. Like it's a cool card in concept.
Yes.
Because that's not. It's like the attack itself isn't broken. Mm-hmm. It's the effects surrounding it that breaks it.
Yes.
So, it's upsetting. Pokemon has upset me twice in this set. You are lucky you're printing a lot of secret rares that I like.
Well, the thing is, like supporter lock is actually the worst possible lock, like in my opinion.
I understand.
Like it is, because item lock, okay, you know what, you have supporters, you can draw around it. Supporter lock, all of a sudden, like you waste your shaman turn 1, you're stuck. Like you have no way of drawing cards. In this format you have no means of Lysandering, nothing like that. I think supporter lock is easily the most devastating lock, and which is why I have a deck centered around supporter lock for my scumbag week, which I have coming up.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to watch it.
Well, what it is I take a deck in standard, expanded, and legacy, and I take the most scumbag deck I can think of in each format, and I play
it. Well, that's a cool new series you got there.
I am expecting triple-digit dislikes between the 3 videos.
That's a really cool idea, though. I like it.
Well, okay. Here's my justification.
What really sucks?
Here's my justification for doing that. So, in itself, disruption decks have had undeniable like success in TCG, right? Mm-hmm. Like they've won worlds, all that. I hate playing them. I hate facing them. I think they're garbage, but they're still successful and prevalent. So what I'm doing is I'm confining it all to 1 week. That way you don't have to worry about me doing it for the rest of the year.
That should be your intro to all the videos.
Yeah,
It's like every single video should
probably
introduce
would
that.
be.
But what bothers me the most about Sableye is just the timing. Like everything, like the timing is the worst possible thing about this
Uh-huh.
because not only are they printing the card itself, they're printing it during item lock while the Decidueye's out with Forest, and they're printing it so soon before the format cycle happens, and we lose Shaman. And Shaman's the only real out to this Sableye.
Yes.
So, yeah, a couple things I want to throw out there, but we can move on before we continue crying.
Pangoro, garbage. Let's just go to Metagross.
Hey, let's Metagross, guys. First of all,
No,
the
I'm
art
talking about
is
Metagross.
phenomenal.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, go ahead.
I know you want to.
I really like Metagross, guys. Metagross,
I'm gonna let
I feel
you
like, has a
finish,
lot of
but
potential. Yeah. So Metagross has a lot of potential. It has 250 HP, which we all want. A weakness to fire, whatever. And it's got the ability Geotech system. Once during your turn, you may attach either a psychic or a metal energy from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. It reminds me a lot of Bronzong, but you can attach it to your active, which is really what Bronzong wanted to do. The only thing that sucks is that it's a stage 2. But it does have a really good attack in Giga Hammer for 2 metals and a colorless, 150 damage, and you can't use Giga Hammer next turn. Kind of give it the Lapras effect where you just have to switch between the two, which is why I think it's really cool paired with cards like Solgaleo. Obviously, there's a lot of clunk involved in that, but Solgaleo does have that ability that lets you essentially rush in with whatever Pokemon you want. And Solgaleo in itself is a good attack when it has Metagross GX around because, once again, you have to discard all your energies, but if you attach it to your active Pokemon using Metagross, you can consistently attack with Solgaleo. It also has a really cool GX attack and algorithm GX. Search your deck for up to 5 cards and put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. This is another reason why Metagross is cool. It's really easy to use setup, and like as long as your opponent doesn't end you or anything like that, which is, yeah, as long as your opponent can't end you, you're in a good position. Yeah. I like it. Plus, it gets attack boost from Choice Band, Delmise, Kukui. You can actually adjust your damage, and you too KO everything, and that's what matters.
Yeah, see, I mean, I can definitely see this being usable. And you know what? I know I'm going to do a deck around it, so I'm not going to hate on it too much. I just think that the drawback of Giga Hammer is a little bit too much. I wish Giga Hammer had the drawback of Sunsteel Strike.
Yeah, I also wish the retreat cost was on 3, because that's the thing that really kills me about it. Because if it was like a 1 retreat cost, you could work around Giga Hammer. You can just attach with your Metagrosses to the new active Metagross. But the fact that it's a 3 retreat cost is really annoying, meaning that a lot of times you are forced to play. If you're not playing cards that can like use Russian or whatever like that, you're forced to play Floatstones. But in that case, you just bring in extra Delmise and increase your damage that way. Now that we have tool removal, you don't have to be so worried about relying on abilities anymore.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's just nice and comfortable. I think it's a really good GX attack or GX card, and there's some potential there, and I can't wait to see people use it.
All right, let's see. Moving on. Whimsicott was really, really intriguing. Just check that out for me.
The defending Pokemon is knocked out during your next turn. Take 2 additional prize cards.
Yeah.
Hold on. If the defending... So, wait a minute. If your Pokemon gets knocked out, you take 2 prize cards?
No, if you knock out your opponent's... Okay, so the effect from Whimsicott is placed on the defending Pokemon. So if you manage to knock them out next turn, like when it comes back around to your turn, if you knock them out, you take 2 more prize cards.
So it has to be your opponent's active Pokemon.
Yes. That's the
so
problem.
Weird. It's weird that they said if the defending Pokemon said if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out during your next turn.
I think that's what they mean. That's what it means though.
Yeah.
But it's just
I'm assuming that's what it means, but that was such a weird wording. But that's really cool in Decidueye.
Yeah.
Or Greninja. Oh, that'd be really cool in Greninja.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can just this is gonna be a cool card. Oh, there's gonna be so many gimmicks with this card. Oh, that's gonna be really cool.
One thing I really, really, really want to pull off is Umbreon EX's endgame after I use Overabundance of Fuzz on a Mega Pokemon. I want to pull that off.
Oh the 6 prize game?
Yes, the
that's
6 prize
wild.
Turn. Yes, 6 prize
That's
turn.
wild.
A 6-prize single knockout.
That's wild.
Like, that's the goal.
That's gonna be
I
another
want to
one
get
of those
that.
things we have to set up.
Yes, of course. But
That's wild. Oh my god. Oh man, that's gonna be really hype. If anybody ever does that, I'm gonna put that video on repeat.
yes. Like, we will both make a video dedicated to you if you can record that and then send it to us. You will get your own video from both of us dedicated to you.
Absolutely. All right, talk about Gudra, because Gudra's kind of interesting.
Okay, so I'm really intrigued. So Sliggoo kind of has the Frogadier treatment. I couldn't remember.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it has the Frogadier treatment.
If you deck up to 2 Sliggoo.
So instantly I'm intrigued. Like, that in itself makes me, you know what? Like, let's take a closer look at Gudra. Gudra is decent. Power Whip. This attack, for a single colorless, this attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon times the number of energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you have, let's say, 6 energy attached to Gudra, you one-shot a Shaman on the bench. That's pretty cool. Beat Slider. For 3 energy, does 130 damage. So, I mean, that's not bad in itself. Switch the defending Pokemon with one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, but your opponent gets to choose a new bench Pokemon. So basically, you do the damage, and then it acts as an escape rope. So, thing is, like, nothing in the line inherently has synergy, but all of them have, like, decent, like, all of them have promise. Every single part of this has promise, because Sliggoo has promise, Power Whip has promise, Beat Slider has promise, but, like, none of them are inherently synergistic. Somebody's trying to call you, by the way. But, I don't know. I'm very torn.
Keep going. I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Okay, he's gonna hang up on me. This is how it always goes. I mean, we get right in the middle of a long and intimate conversation, and then he just hangs up on me. So it's okay, guys. Aurabomb is just a heartbreaker. But I mean, either way, like, I want to find promise in the Gudra line. I really, really do. I just don't see how anything works together. I mean, obviously, Sliggoo gets out multiple Gudra. Power Whip has a lot of potential. It's basically a 1 energy, one-sided X-Ball. Beat Slider, 3 energy, does 130 damage. 130, as we all know, is a magic number. And is this Mock Cyclone? This is literally Mock Cyclone from Mega Pidgeot.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's weird. First of all, it's 2017. Why do people still have house phones? Anyways.
I know the pain.
I don't know, man. I've always wanted a good Gudra card, because Gudra is, like, fun fact for a lot of people out there. I think Gudra is one of my least favorite Pokemon. But
actually, you know what? I'm gonna look up if there's another Gudra that can synergize with it. Hold on, I'm opening up TCGO. Let's see if we can find this.
All right.
But all right. Anyway, just keep
because
talking.
Like, I've always wanted Gudra to have a really good attack. I've always wanted Gudra to have a good card, because we've had like 7 Gudras in XY. It's ridiculous how many Gudra prints we've had, but none of them were good. And this card would be a lot better if it was simply you can choose a new active Pokemon with Beat Slider. It'd be so much better, because then you could choose an active Pokemon and then you could beat them from the back with Power Whip.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, there's not a lot of cards that can let you freely move energies around, that's kind of annoying. You have that new special energy switch card that lets you move special energies around, which I guess you could have used to move like 3 double dragon energies to a Gudra. But, like, overall, there's not much that goes with this card that would be worth playing. Even as a budget deck, it kind of, like, falls short.
Yeah, literally every single Gudra card is just bad.
Yeah, there's never been a good Gudra, and I've been looking. I've always liked Gudra. I always like Fairy and Water together, so the fact that, like, Gudra did that.
Like, Gudra is... Okay, every single Gudra has promise. Every single one of them has something cool about them. Like, you have the Liquid Blow one. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy in its retreat cost. Then you have the Slip Trip. Each player can't play Pokemon Tool cards from his or her hand, and Gooey Regeneration. As often as you like, you may discard an energy, attach this Pokemon, and heal damage. Like, all of them have something that's intriguing, but none of them are ever particularly good.
I like how the three Gumi, Gudra, Slugu arts are all drastically different.
Yeah.
They're like ridiculous. We got like a crochet, we got like a manga, and then we got like straight from the anime. It's weird. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. You can talk about, I guess, the rest.
Yeah, I'm not talking about cast form. Let's see. I'm not talking about Patrat. Not talking about Watchog. Actually, Watchog is decent for like mill decks just because it gives you control over what your opponent top decks while discarding a card at the same time. But I mean, I still think that Melting Horn and Burrow are better, but it could potentially see some use in mill decks, like if you want control. The Talonflame line is just completely inferior to the Talonflame line from Steam Siege. Like every single card, I'm pretty sure, is just inferior.
Nitro Charge, yeah.
And then we have the second most broken card from this set, Aqua Patch. Now,
they printed it. When I saw this card, I was confused. To me, it was just like, Pokemon, do you understand what you're doing? Like, do you get it? Like you already tried this once with Dark. It didn't work out very well. Or maybe you could argue that it worked out too well. But yeah, we got a new patch card, this time for water. This makes you think that maybe with time we're going to get every type for a patch.
Oh my gosh, Okay. What do you think is the most broken patch type? I'm going to use this as my question of the day as soon as I do a Turbo Water deck, but I want your opinion.
Ooh, the most broken patch?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of had a pseudo-broken patch with Fire, with Blacksmith.
Well,
but, I don't know, like, what's a really good type?
See, the thing is...
Fighting.
Yeah.
I would think Fighting.
Well, see, I think Fighting could, but I honestly think that Fire Patch would be the most broken. Just because it wouldn't be your supporter for the turn. And then, okay, Steam up Fire Patch. Boom. Like, instantly.
Yeah, right now, I would think Fire would be the best. But Fighting, they should have made a Fighting one. Fighting one seems like the most necessary.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, the bad thing, the sad thing about them printing Aqua Patch is that for like the rest of the season, we're not going to get any good water cards. Like all of the water cards are going to be mediocre from now on.
It has Aqua Patch and Rough Seas. Like, come on now.
Yeah, so they can never print a really powerful water Pokemon because then it would be too broken.
Yeah,
Lapras is going to be the best that we're going to get.
Feeny is decent. Feeny is solid, actually.
Yeah, but it's not as good as Lapras, right? Like, Feeny has some decent attacks, but it's not as consistent throughout the game. Feeny's like attack.
It can 120 snipe.
Yeah, which is just beautiful for Shaymins. Beautiful for Shaymins. You can't even play Shaymins. That's so ridiculous, right? Like, water is so busted right now. You literally can't afford to play Shaymins against water decks anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, once Feeny comes out anyway.
Like, yeah, you fear the Feeny. Everyone has to fear the Feeny. But yeah, Aqua Patch is here. Aqua Patch got a secret rare too, which is wild. But yeah, you can just accelerate the basic water Pokemon on your bench whenever you want. To bench water, not basic water. So you can even be like evolved Pokemon. Yeah. So that's a thing. Consistent water decks everywhere.
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's like a better Super Rod if you're looking for only Pokemon.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, that's why I have to run Super Rod, because Sacred Ash got rotated out.
Yeah. Choose one Pokemon from your discard pile and put it into your hand, or 3 Pokemon, shuffle them into your deck. I mean, it's just a nice card to have. Yeah, Rayquaza's gonna love it. Rayquaza's gonna be in love with this oh my god. Oh man, that's ridiculous. Get Dragonite, put them on the bench.
Exactly. Just go ahead. Okay, discard Dragonite and the Hoopa and the Shaman. Oh, you know what? We'll give you the Dragonite back, and now you can get the Shaman and the Hoopa, and I hate everything.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's nice. I'm very happy that they printed some decent trainers out of this card.
Same.
But this set, guys, just fun fact, at least from what we've seen so far, unless you're a mad collector, I wouldn't even bother buying this set. I would buy your 1 Tapu Lele that you need, your 4 copies of all these trainers, and call it a day.
I mean,
just to make your regular decks better.
You want my prediction? I
Go
think
ahead.
this set is actually, well, the packs are going to be very valuable, just because of the Lele and the all the secret rares that are in this set. I think
Yes.
that Lele, like, okay, you saw what happened with Roaring Skies. Just because of
Hmm.
Shaman, that set is the most valuable right now. I mean, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's tied with like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Triumphant, or at least somewhat tied. I think it's really close anyway, but and Plasma Freeze. So like Plasma Freeze, the secret rare Ultra Ball, and then the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Triumphant is where you get like the Celebi Prime that's worth like 1,000 billion packs and the Chunk Arm and stuff like that. But Roaring Skies, just because of Shaman, is super valuable. This set, you have the Tapu Lele, 3 rarities of that. You have the secret rare Aqua Patch, which is going to be Bork. You have the what is it? Field Blower? Yeah, that's what it's called. Field Blower. And then, I mean, even just like things like Max Potion and Enhanced Hammer. Both of them already have had secret rares and aren't useful in every single deck, but they're good enough to where people will want those secret rares. So I honestly think this set will be the new Roaring Skies in terms of how valuable the packs are.
Yeah, but yeah, once again, and for players, I wouldn't bother buying a bunch of packs.
Yeah.
Like maybe get a booster box just to get all these trainers out of the way. But that's the thing, that set's really cool because it kind of like there's a handful of cards that really tend to competitive
Oh,
players.
there are
But
2 cards that
overall,
we haven't talked about yet.
oh yeah, there's still Mallow, which I'm really excited about. I think Mallow has a place. Choose 2 cards from your deck and shuffle the rest into your deck, or shuffle the rest of your deck, and then put the chosen cards on top of your deck in any order. It's just really nice for cards like Oran Guru, which is looking to have
Ooh.
play. I've been playing a lot of Oran Guru Rayquaza lately, which is absolutely wild. I've been having such
Really?
consistent luck with a deck like that.
Send
Yeah,
me your
it's
list.
ridiculously consistent. Yeah, I will later. But like this, like combining Mallow with it, and other decks that like to play Oran Guru, or especially here soon we're going to be having Trainer Mail and stuff like that. We have Trainer Mail, I mean, and Acrobike. Mallow combined with
Unknown?
those cards are really nice. Unknown, exactly. There's so many decks that really appreciate Mallow.
Whiskash?
And if anything, yeah, Whiskash. And if anything, it forces your opponent to NU, which is good if you're running low on cards in general. I think it's a nice one of in a couple of decks.
Yeah. And
then-
Hilltop Stadium. As if Water needed another good stadium.
It's weird. It's such a weird stadium, right? Because this is your stadium that you're gonna play. And its ability is to put a fighting type or a water type basic Pokemon onto your bench. I don't know if I like it that much.
I really like it because
think it's-
Fighting now has a stadium.
Yeah, it's nice that fighting has a stadium, but I guess this is your way to get out Regirocks without having to play Ultra Ball every turn,
Yeah.
or Nest Ball. Like, I don't know. Its uses aren't huge yet. I'm sure we'll get some cards I'll like greatly appreciate this. Like for me, I don't know. I could see using this to put Wishy-Washies on the bench just so you can have them in your hand later for discard fodder.
Yeah,
It's a nice way to
every
kind of
Water deck's going to be running Rough Seas, though.
Exactly, yeah. So once Rough Seas rotates, maybe replace this with 1 or 2 of these. But I'd still rather play cards like Nest Ball and Ultra Ball to get my
guess.
Pokemon on the bench, because I can get them out faster than only once a turn with Hilltop. It kind of has, you know what it does? It has a Shiinotic feel to me, right? Like you're throwing this card into your deck, which gets you 1 card per turn, but you could also replace this card with something else that can get you Pokemon on the field as well, without having to use your stadium spot.
The only thing is, what
'Cause
else
in
would
reality,
you use on fighting decks, though? What other stadium besides like Skyfield or Scorched Earth? Both of those are like,
I mean,
you use them because
Parallel's
you
always
don't have
good.
anything better. I guess.
yeah, but in fighting decks, if I'm using this card, I'm probably using this card to get out Regirocks in fighting decks as of right now, because there's nothing else that you really need to dig for in fighting decks. And I'm building a Regirock build. I'm probably playing Skyfield.
Yeah.
A Regirock build.
In Hoopa.
Yeah, and Hoopa. So like, this is not gonna help for fighting types right now. As far as water types go, I'd still like, I have Rough Seas for now, and in the future,
Okay,
I'd rather
Rough Seas
play
is
Parallel
broken.
because
I just want to say that Rough Seas is broken.
yeah, it's
I'm sorry.
absolutely ridiculously good. But you know, it's kind of weird, right? Because I was just gonna to say that I'd rather play parallel for Rayquaza, but when rotation hits, we're not going to have Rayquaza. So, maybe this would be decent in water. I don't know.
On to the full arts. Okay, these full arts are actually really, really cool.
The Tapu Lele full art looks kind of funky to me. She looks like she looks like she just farted.
True. She's but at the same time, I mean, that card's going to be so valuable that I'm just like, okay, this is a cool card. It's a cool card. It's a cool card. Lele's just valuable. All right, we're moving on.
The wishy-washy art is so dope. I wish it was a better card.
Yeah.
The freaking the fish surrounding it. It's such a sick art. Dude, Lycanroc is ready to rough you up, dude. I love this art. These full arts are kind of dope.
That's scary.
Dude, it's got. I just hate the color. I don't like the color brown, man. Even though fighting's one of my favorite types, like that gross poopy color in the background. Ugh. And Metagross is kind of funky too. I don't know.
It needs to be gold and silver.
Yeah. Mallow's looking kind of cool though.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Full art Mallow's nice.
And then
yeah, no, everyone's gonna want it.
Yeah.
The E-Hammer full art. I can honestly say right now that I did not see this coming. Yeah. The E-Hammer full art. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm gonna kind of broaden my statement a little bit.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna say that they're printing full arts of secret rares that are eventually going to rotate out.
Okay, I'm calling it right now. SM2 VS Seeker.
You know what? That's the weird thing right now is that there's a lot of people saying that, and I swear to God, like it's going to happen because somebody knows it's going to happen and it's spreading the rumor. Like, it's going to be
rotated out.
It's weird. It's weird to me because like I'm mentally prepared to lose VS Seeker, right? Like I'm mentally prepared to lose VS Seeker and Trainer Mail, but big people have heard rumors that we're getting reprints of those in SM3.
I mean,
which
I'll be
makes
honest,
me uncomfortable.
Trainer's Mail I can see rotating out just because, I mean, yes, that's a card that a lot of people use, but it hasn't changed the game the way VS Seeker has. VS Seeker has fundamentally changed the game to where you don't need to run like 4 Sycamore, 4 N, 4 like 3 Lily, Colress, I mean Lysandre. Like you don't need to run like ridiculous numbers of each supporter. It lets there be more variety to the game and stuff like that. So I think that VS Seeker has had too positive of an impact on the game for it to be rotated out completely.
Yes, I think if Pokemon does rotate it out, I think it's a really bad move on their.
Yes. Yeah.
The future for.
Whoa, hold up. You are cutting out so hard, and I'm probably cutting out on your end too.
What was it?
Hold on. We're gone. We're gone. We're dead. We're dying. It's dead.
Okay. Oh no.
We're dead. I mean, it's over. It's all ogre. We're dead.
Bye.
All right, hold up. Let's end the call. Call back. We're dying. All right. Sorry about this, guys. Oh no, Skype. Why you do this? This is why I don't use Skype. This is why I use Discord. But Discord's acting up today. Ah! What is going on? Alright, let's see if Aura answers my call, because he already abandoned me once, and let's see if he'll call me maybe. Sorry, copyright infringement right there. But either way, I mean, I think... Yeah, I mean, I think that's how this is going to end. I'm going to try to call him back, but otherwise, I mean, we're at the end of the set anyway. Like we said, I mean, we think this is going to be a very cool set. Not a lot of particularly useful cards, but the set is going to be very valuable. Only, well, simply due to Tapu Lele, but also the fact that we have a bunch of other cool cards as well that are getting secret rares. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it was cut short due to internet difficulties, but like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Go check out Aura's channel. And this is Styx signing out. Why not? See you guys.